Ja, nice, so als jetzt im Chat. Oh yeah, these guys are landing on him.
I'm out of ammo.
You reloaded? Everything? Completely gone.
Ground operation shortly.
Make sure those white elites are dead. I'm looking at 3 of them on that main road. You see them? All with swords. Be advised, we are on fire. I'm gonna try to put it down. I don't know where to put it down. The elites are gonna kill us. Here, we're getting down here. Good, you're clear.
Yeah, we've got codes, got no frames. Okay, right. My frames have stabilized.
Mine as well. All things considered, happy landing, good killing. Let's go on, brother. Only thing I'm scared about are those 3 elites with swords, bro. I don't know what we're gonna do about them. Oh. Huh. Yeah, okay, yeah, now I'm starting to see why you brought that.
Yep. See him. Nuke him. We've got a grunt right down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather not waste a Spartan laser round.
I could be wrong, that elite might have a fuel rod. Okay, that dude ain't got much reach. That shit's like dropping halfway through the field. Yeah, light him up. Yeah, the explosion in the server looks so much better than Hive Minds, dude. That is insane.
But Elite just took a Spartan laser to the chin and survived.
Yeah, he took it to the chin and ran to the right. I can't believe what I just saw. Oh, he ain't coming back from that. Guys charging. That fuel rod Elite coming out. dropping.
I'm being chased by a fucking swordly and I ran out of bullets.
Come to me, come to me. Hit him. He's down.
That actually worked surprisingly well.
Incredibly well. I'm gonna put some more bullets in him. I don't think he's dead. Holy shit.
Of course there's a stealth fleet. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't there be a stealth fleet?
Yeah. So we're looking at, okay, so let's do a head count now. We killed one sword elite. Now we got a stealth elite, so that means there's still 2 sword elites and a stealth elite in the area. This is fucked.
And the Spartan laser was a bit too inconsistent, so I'm going to go back to using the sniper rifle.
Yeah, a little too inconsistent. Good idea, though, because when it did hit people, it was dropping them, but I can see that the accuracy wasn't ideal. Funny enough, what I learned was the DMR, kind of hot, to be honest with you. This thing was dropping people despite the armor.
The DMR is a beast, so I might have to grab one.
It's not bad, dude. If you're ever like, shit, I need a secondary that can give them some firepower, it's good. But then again, I always see you rocking LMGs and heavy fucking gear, and I'm like, you are breaking shields left and right, too. The DMR it's interesting. It's really good for breaking shields, really good against dropping innies, but it's the fire rate that kind of puts it down. Long story short, I can see why Noble 6 used it as a standard issue.
Yeah, the DMR reach is awesome.
Funny enough, I didn't appreciate it enough when it first came out. I remember hating that gun. I remember wanting the battle rifle back. And then I actually started using it more, I should say, 10 years after release, like when I actually went to replay the campaign. And it hit me what a fucking gun it was, bro. Like, honestly. And then I started hitting the fucking multiplayer lobbies in the MCC, and I was like, what is this, dude? Phenomenal.
Oh, the DMR sight on the Commando actually looks really good.
You know, honestly, it does. It really does. It looks like it belongs on there. Gonna leave my proc shat on since I'm being an addict and smoking a little bit. Oh shit, that's clogged. I cannot smoke that. That is clogged. There we go. God said, let there be light. Alright.
It might be an idea to try an attack on that base with a Warthog. It's because I find the Pelican's nose gun is really inconsistent. Like,
I
I hit things. I hit things, but like the
they
rounds
don't
seem to
die,
just
right? Yeah, no, it's
yeah.
I find that it's slightly inconsistent with the splash effect. Like I find it works really good on insurrectionists, right? Like no problem dropping them. Grunts, not even then, no problem. Elites, it's really just elites. Like something goes down with the shields that the game cannot handle. And I wonder what it is because it takes about fucking like 90,000 rounds to drop 3 of them. It's probably doing too much at once. The shields are probably taking the majority of the damage. It effectively makes the Pelican slightly useless. It is good for clearing out a major point. You lay on that trigger long enough. But a little inconsistent. I am feeling the Warthogs, dude. I'm thinking if we just drive 250 cal Warthogs up there, dude, we get on a good fucking ridge line. We start lighting up any elites running our way, this and that. They're really not going to stand a chance, dude. There's not much they can do. The only thing they can possibly do I can think of that would scare the shit out of me is fuel rod us. But considering the one dude we just saw taking those fuel rod pot shots, dude, they're not very impressive, bro. That dude wasn't even planking us, dude, and he was within 100 meters.
Yeah, he was fucking. He was hitting us with fucking stormtrooper.
Honestly, dude, I can't believe it. I'm used to them being like dead on accurate. Don't even fuck up like RoboCop style aiming, bro, where they're locked on you. And that dude really, I don't even know the word for it, bro. He did not perform aptly enough for us, dude. Like all that training went out the window the moment he saw some Spartans. I don't get it. I wonder if he had defective hardware because that shit was not going where it should have been. That was like, I don't even know. It was pathetic. So we could give it the slice of life, a little variety. Warthog with the 50 and the Warthog with the rocket. I don't know what to think about that. The rocket is good. It's got great AoE. But it's got less ammo than the 50, and honestly, I'm thinking 2 chain guns can do a lot more damage.
Yeah, the 2 chain guns would probably be better. But the rocket hog is just good for fucking flattening buildings that they might hide in.
That's true, to be honest. That's something I haven't considered. And we know for a fact that they're hiding in that one outpost, dude. Like, you saw them all on that balcony.
Yeah, and plus range isn't really a problem for me because if I use the rocket hog, I can switch to my sniper rifle.
Cool. All right. So what are we thinking? You're on the rocket hog. I'll be on the turret.
But before we go, I'm just gonna go have a quick coffee break.
Absolutely, dude. Be my guest. You know me. I'm doing my thing. I'll go get the Warthog set up. Okay, let's see. That is the only main road. Going north. Okay. Yeah, I like this idea. This is honestly a good idea. This will get us just 2 Warthogs just like this. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go kick some ass.
Let's do it, brother. Best part, one long road leads us in the same direction. Be advised, any ambush up ahead, keep blowing by them. Oh, shit. Watch out for that tree branch. It's quite deadly. It's better off moving in. Alright, onward again. I learned my lesson. Third person in the cars, first person in the plane. Happy days, happy days. you know what? I'm looking at the bright side. It's actually a good thing I flipped that thing. Now all we gotta do is just run back down the hill, grab that second one. Or, you know, drive back down there, you know, whenever we run out of ammo. That guy makes sense to me. Big Clark makes sense to me. Why are they rear? Why is it a rear wheel? Drive. Shit, if you front, it should be, oh wow. You're the man for waiting, bro. You really are the man. You know, I was just thinking back to what Clark Kent was saying, bro. These should be four-wheel drive.
They really should.
Alright, let's do it. Man, bro. Keep waiting. That's the anger. He is just a good shot, bro. Just a flat. Not do that. What are the odds of this thing being here, huh?
Yeah. The alien bastards have taken New Jersey.
That's actually where I'm from. That's my literal home. Yeah, we gotta go take that back, man. We gotta take that back. I was born there.
A hard day, we even go avenge your hometown.
Wow, this thing is locked up. Holy shit. I got turret damage, I got front axle damage, I got tire damage.
And my rocket hog, I think I've only got maybe one salvo left in it.
Oh, wow. Like, actually, that's it?
Yeah, these things never carry that much ammo.
Huh. Yeah, it's got about, like, 5 reloads, not much. Not sure what to do about these tires. Yeah, I am not sure. Fuck it. Fuck it, I don't need wheels.
I'll keep my wall over here, I'll stop on your machine gun.
Cool. Yeah, so the wheels on this thing are kind of fucked. I did what I could for it. Oh, wait, hold on. Got a commenter here saying bring the vehicle down off the ramp and maybe, just maybe, rocks. We're gonna see. Alright, let's check this out. Do a slight little, boop. Yeah, just like that. And it's rolling. I mean, funny enough, I can see everything I gotta touch. It's just not letting me do it. Yeah, let's not sweat about this. I'm really doing frontal assault. Cubby's got me good, man. They were lighting me up.
I got right fortunate where they barely hit my car.
Oh, dude, I saw you blowing right by him, man. Got right up to that main base and started salvoing him, dude. I fucking cleared out that little workshop. Behind. Yep. Oh, yeah. End of that runway. 12 o'clock. Laying down. Getting crossfired. That's where we came from. It was just to drive me money. Alright, Hanger, be advised, we were getting crossfire, so I'm just gonna try to get us someplace safe.
I don't think there is anywhere safe. The bastards everywhere.
Whoa. On our right, fuel rods. Yep, whoa. Back to the wall, good luck.
ammo and
That hog's gone, brother.
yeah, I tried to reload it like a minute ago and it wasn't letting me. So clearly all what I guess it was.
Okay. This for the whole blue wax. Holy shit. Damn, he's quick. Yeah, he's real quick. Hey, the supplies are finally saved. Alright, let's fly in Pelican. When in doubt, right? Sure, went on reach. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about the supplies. Let's just get back in there. In fact, we're gonna bring down that building for hangar. Fucking timber. Thrusters engaged. Damn straight. Damn straight. Holy shit, there it is. These fucking things are quick. Alright, peel it back, peel it back. There it is. Flips. Bring that shit back. Alright. Now the worst part about this is we know hangars on the ground. We just can't see it. Oh. Diverting attention. did it. I knew it would work. If the guns aren't gonna bring it down, let's just fucking blow it up personally. We got the mass. Hanger, if you can hear me, I had the mass. Over. Brought down the building. Oh yeah, those are like the Zealot elites or something like that, dude. Just fucking, you know, typical elites. I actually don't know what to call them, dude. Yeah, just Zealots, bro. Is the best thing to call them. Yeah, I hopped up on that dish. I think that's what they're pronounced, the dishka. And promptly got fucked up. So we're just gonna bear with. We're just gonna ferry some supplies like 2 times over. And then we're gonna fly back there. There we go. Oh my. Alright, so to me, the most grueling part of the game. To others, very therapeutic. No, honestly, nothing like flying a pelican, running supplies. I'm only gonna do it 2 times. I don't want to torture you with this. Yeah, no, nice and simple. You insert, drop in, choose your landing spot. Remember, these things fly like a brick. Boop, done. Pray to God it don't glitch. Boom, flies. Boom, you're done. This is how you refund any Pelican you spawn. Given, you know, it's just the one server. Hey, what's the server name? Top right, my friend. There it is, Halo Firefight, PvE, ODSTs, Marines, Space, and more. Everon Evolved. They're missing an all on this mark. Pretty fun server. It's really not that bad. For me personally, I've been playing a lot of this and the Hive Mind. Both are pretty damn good. Good in their own ways. I guess the best way to say it, dude, they feel like playing different Halo games at times. One has more content, the other has more content, but they also lack the same content, if that makes sense, you know? So it's like, in order to get the best of both worlds, just keep both servers downloaded. My issue with the Hive Mind is as good as the server as it is. The admin is harder. He believes in monetization, which first of all can get these, you know, mods banned. And number 2 is he acts like Ricky Hitler whenever he's in the server.
Yeah, I met the local fuel rod population.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Terribly. They blew me up immediately.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I did a fucking gorgeous thing, dude. I brought the mast to that building, brought it down, killed about 3 elites inside, got chopped up by that fucking invisible dude, though.
Yeah, that invisible fucker got me as well.
He's good. Like, he is good. I'm thinking we're gonna fly in and just land some pelicans on him. Allow me one more supply run just so we can refund this place.
Yep, no worries. While you're doing that, I'm gonna grab a snack.
Perfect. In that case, it'll be 2. Because we really do need these fucking supplies, man. It's not even funny. Probably wondering, can I fly in that? Yeah, I can. It's not at all modeled, though. This happens to be a flyable object. I mean, what I would like to show you, to be honest, is landing in the frigate with the fellas. That is really cool, dude. Like, you fly fucking like 5,000 feet in the air, dude. You're a mile above. You fucking land in the frigate, dude. It's so fucking cool. It really is cool, dude. And you drop in with ODST pods, sick. Oh, yeah. You want to hear that? You want to hear that? Okay. In fact, it'd be funny if you were that. Yeah, so the issue with the hive mind server is, to be honest, it's not that it's a bad server, it's just the dude kind of acts like Ricky Hitler. You know, I'm playing the other day, and I'm getting kicked by these dudes for no reason, right? And I'm like, well, I'm just, you know, trying to enjoy my day off, you know, play some Halo, whatnot. And I go to the dude, you know, I don't ever do this shit, I don't like to do this to people. I'm like, hey, dude, you know, I go to the guy in Discord, I'm like, hey, dude, you know, I got people kicking me for no reason, it's pretty much grieving, you know, blah, blah, blah. Guy ends up telling me they're on a hotel Wi-Fi, this and that, and this and that. And it's like, okay, that's cool. And, you know, I'll just deal with the fact that they're on hotel Wi-Fi, you know, that's not my fault at all. And pretty much it was like, yeah, so be really careful when you fly the Pelican, because it's really broken, you know, you never know how you're gonna fuck it up. You know, I'm like, yeah, dude, I know this, you know, but it's not like I haven't been playing the mod pack for 3 weeks. You know, look at me, I just got stuck in the ground and I fixed it, you know, dude's acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. So, either way, ego aside, the dude's like, so I'm gonna let you off with a warning. You know, I'm thinking to myself, why are you letting me off with a warning? I got these dudes griefing me, kicking me for no reason whatsoever, and you're letting me off with a warning. And the next thing that came out of his mouth after that was, I'm thinking of really privatizing the server. Like, dude, go fuck yourself, dude. What are you, Ricky Hitler, bro? You want people to be active on your Discord, but when you get a report about a griefer, you side with them over their shitty hotel Wi-Fi, and it's, yeah, here's the thing. He would be right if he didn't spawn in the Sparrow Hawk from Halo Reach and immediately nuke the lobby. You know what I mean? Like, I even stopped flying the Pelican for those guys. But here comes Ricky Hitler flying in the Sparrow Hawk, a fucking actual spaceship from Halo Reach. He's blowing up the lobby, dropping frames, 2-1. And then they quit for the whole day. It was just me and the server.
I'm snacked up and ready to go.
It was the total counter opposite of what that guy was actually trying to accomplish. Instead of getting me out of the lobby, he nuked the lobby for them and yelled at me for flying the Pelican when he threw something 10 times worse. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is a Ricky Hitler scenario where you're wrong, he's right, and God forbid he has to act like the police because we're just trying to privatize the server. It's like, dude, I'd rather just play on this server then. Like, honestly, you're gonna act like Ricky Hitler. The only reason I play on that server is because he has more toys. Shit like the Kodiak from Halo Wars and...
But did we get shot at by a fucking carbine?
Yeah, they always spawn at that little suburb over there. But, yeah, so, you know, it has a lot of content. The map is really good. The community, funny enough, is really good. I just personally don't like that admin dude. He's just a bit of a dick. He's kind of dumb. And he doesn't realize that the moment anybody actually pays him to play on his server, it's one more step towards the Halo mods getting demonetized, dude. Remember, these are all for educational purposes, no more, no less. Like, you view it as above that, then yes, hopefully, we'll shut this down so Microsoft doesn't sue them. And, yeah, that's really all I can go on about that. Anymore, and it would just be a little ridiculous. Like, the dude isn't even a bad guy personally. He's fun, you know, he's not a bad person. It's just, he can't handle being an admin, and that's really the worst thing about that server. Like, honestly, dude, if I was ballsy enough, I would rent out the server and just host it. I'm not spending money on fucking Arma. Like, if I would have pirated this regardless. So, yeah, nah, if you can't handle an admin or a public lobby, don't even open it to begin with, and that's what that dude is dealing with. So it's like he threatens people that he'll privatize it, and he doesn't realize there's 10 other servers just like his. He just happens to have slightly more content in his back. So it's like, yeah, nah, he can kind of go fuck himself. As long as you don't deal with him, and believe me, you'll be dealing with him one of those days. This is, okay, you know, I might as well go into this too, since you got me talking about the admin here. He will join every other week, you get what I'm saying? He'll join every other week, right? And you'll go from building up all these bases, you got this really nice, you know, you've got like a really stable game, you're doing this and you're doing that, and he'll tell you the server is running like shit, when it's clearly, you know, running great. And then he'll fucking delete everything, fucking give you shit, spawn everybody at the beach, talk to you like you're in Boy Scouts, and it's like, yeah, I'll be doing this and that and this and that, and it's like, dude, you just nuked a week's worth of progress for what? Nothing. And, you know, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it weren't for the fact that 2 weeks ago, he was like, yeah, I'm getting tired of the Halo mods, I'm gonna change it to Daisy or something stupid. And he changed it, nobody played it, nobody at all played it. For an entire week, it stayed at 0. Not even the admin played it. And then it went back to the Halo mods. To me, it was like, what a pointless experiment. You didn't do any of the shit you said you were going to do. You didn't put any of the Stalker 2 elements in it. You just copied a mod pack shamelessly that there's already 3 other servers out on. And you tried to monetize it and then privatize it when nobody else played it. And yeah, so it's like the dude doesn't realize he's sitting on a gold mine of a Halo server, and he's mad about that. It's really funny, dude. He is the only cop of a great Halo server, and he is like Hitler. It's so bad, dude. He's like a Hitler that doesn't even want to be in power. It's the funniest shit, to be honest, dude. You know, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting ready to curse him off. Yeah, I'm like really debating in my head, is that server even worth it? Because at this point, I'm sure I could buy at least 10 others. So, yeah, you know, I'll let you be the judge, you know, if you ever want to check it out. It is called The Hive Mind. Relatively good community until, you know, Hitler joins. Now, this server, though, let me tell you about the mods here. Yeah, exactly. Well said, G-Money. This is why I want to tell you more about the admins of this server. Because the admins of this server I'm talking to the other night, they're fucking great, dude. They're awesome. They join, they have a good time, they fix the lobby, they don't get mad when people, you know, are fucking doing what they should be and reporting to them. So, this is a much chiller lobby. Everybody actually has fun in this lobby, I can tell you that with a fact. Like, I haven't seen one dose of bad blood yet. Like, the only time there was actual bad blood was when a little kid joined and started killing people. Like, that was it, dude. But you're gonna get that in every fucking Arma server, dude. Let's be real. So if you're wondering which server is bigger, technically this one. It's got 32 people. at once. Hive mind is 14. I'm sure when you look up Halo in the server mod browser, if you haven't already, you're going to find like 20 or 30 or 40 of them, right? You could definitely join ones like Daybreak and Athens and whatnot. The question is, do you want to go through the same neutering process as a cat or a dog? And do you want to get your balls chopped off and yelled at by a bunch of weird military simulator dudes that want to RP with you, dude? Like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Instead of just fighting Halo RP style, they put you through boot camp and then put you through patrols of PvP. Nobody wants that, dude. We just want PvE fighting government. And it's like a lot of these servers fail to understand that. This is what makes the server the best one. They don't put you through that while it still is RP. You get what I'm saying? You're still just as immersed, still role-playing, but you're not being bogged down by the military simulator practices of a bunch of retards. It can be good and bad. In ways it's bad because now you got people like me constantly doing supply runs, right? But you know what? That's Arma. This is a team-based game. I expect that. Everybody should be able to have their toys, but everybody should also understand how to refund their toys. This is why I don't like those RP servers. The moment you're in it. You're in whatever they just put you in, dude. There is no time for fun. There's just time for getting yelled at, dude. Like, who really wants that, dude? Like, I've lived those days. I played enough Gary's mod fucking in 2012 getting yelled at for RDM and Covenant. It's almost the same shit, dude. Honestly, this is one of the best mod packs I've ever played in my life. And I'm on the PlayStation. Not even on my PC. I'm on a fucking PlayStation. And I'm playing Halo mod on. And it feels like I'm playing an unfinished Halo game. It feels like Halo 7, dude, to be honest with you. If you haven't played it, and I'm sure you might have already, you probably have, I don't know if you have. It's really good. It's really fun. And it's crossplay, dude. You got PC, Xbox users, fucking PlayStation users.
No, I assume the plan is get the base fully stocked up and then resume our operation.
That is 100% the plan, dude. Literally to a T. I'm just talking to my one viewer who wants to know about the admin of Hive Mind. But, yeah, that's all I can tell you. So, I mean, if you're going to ever hop on the Hive Mind server, be on the lookout for the admin. You'll know when he joins. Pretty much because he's going to say, hey guys, I need you all to come here. The moment you hear that, just fucking quit the server, dude. You're better off, dude. Just quit the server, and if it's not there in the morning, it'll be back next week. Like, honestly. As for this server, though, it does rely on the mods. Because, look, see, we only got 1 or 2 points left. The moment we take these, the server's probably going to die for the night, you know what I mean, until another admin logs. But, mind you, there are about 36 points in this map itself. So, with that considered, this took us, I want to say, actually, a week or 2 of progress. So, the server got reset like a week and a half ago. And it's been a steady week and a half since of just redoing the map. So, you start off in the city, in the frigate, you drop down, you deploy, and then you push outward. This took us a week and a half. So, if you don't know what to think of this as, obviously, yes, it's just Arma Halo. But, to me, personally, this feels like, exactly what Helldivers is going for in their live service. And it happens to be, this is an Arma mod with Halo assets, and it's all the same things that I like about Helldivers. And for that instance, the Halo in general. Because let's get to reality, my friend. Helldivers itself, not even 2. Even Helldivers 1 was just a rip-off of Halo. It was an isometric rip-off of Halo. That's all it was. And it's very good at that, so I'm happy with it. Alright, Anger, we're gonna switch out Pelicans here. Oh yeah. If you've been on the high mine and you're running super fast, yeah. So, yeah, that's what they do different between the two servers. So, in the Hive Mind, you can choose to be a Spartan off the bat, although you won't have the Spartan armor, therefore you won't have the Spartan shields and whatnot. You need the Mjolnir kits and whatnot. You actually have to rank up to, like, Coronel, General, whatnot and whatnot. In this one, you only ever spawn in as a human. There is no Spartan class. The difference is that when you rank up, I'm trying to find out how to phrase this. When you rank up in this server, you go from, you know, obviously Private Lieutenant, whatnot, but you go from Marine to ODST to Spartan. And you don't actually notice the difference until you put on the suits of armor. Like, the Marines die quick. The ODSTs die slightly less quick. You'll notice physical shots plinking off. But the Spartans, the moment you put that armor on and you got the shields, you got way more carry weight, way more strength, way more speed, everything. So it's like, it's really hard to describe. This is what I mean when I say, like, the Hive Mind is really different than this server. And they're just, yeah, dude, like, different Halo game.
Oh, let's get this party started.
Hey, firm, brother. Let's do this shit. Alright, without further ado. Oh yeah, look at that portal on. Oh shit, it really is a Halo ring. We're coming up on it. It does and it doesn't. That's the thing. Like, the server does run well. It just... You got 20 gigs worth of mods. What do you think's gonna happen, dude? This game is already built on spaghetti code. It's running at a kilobyte per speed second on a server-wide basis. All these people at once are downloading mods and running mods and doing this and that and this and that, all off a Bohemia server. It's not even the Hive Mind server itself. It's two things. The dude doesn't have it properly organized. Okay, his mod listings are improper.
They're bloody hiding. I can't see it.
The load order is shit. That's purely his issue. Issue number two is he's choosing to run a big map. All right, he's got way too big of a map, and he's got way too many mod packs. All right, he's got shit that he can't even spawn for. All right, it's pretty glitchy where this server doesn't have it. That I haven't had fucking issues. It is just the hot He's a bad admin. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And he's trying to make money off it. It's, yeah, it's shitty. And you know what? Yeah, it's not the smoothest, but it's not even that bad, to be honest with you. Hop on any of the 80-player lobbies, you're gonna see how bad it really is. I'm dead serious. It's unplayable. You know, and if they actually did the PvP, nobody could do it. So it's like, that dude actually has it at the lowest fucking setting, dude. He's got only 14 players. His issue, he's got all these fucking mods. He's got guns from Gears of War, and guns from Star Wars, and like this and that. It's like, dude, what the fuck do you... You got like all these mod packs that you don't even need. Like, you know how I know this? Because this server has all the same mods, minus an extra 3 gigs. It's like, what happened? You know, the only extra gig that should be there is the Kodiak, the Wasapo, the fucking, all the actual gigs. It even some of them. But even that is just not... Yeah, no, dude, honestly, the Hive Mind server is the ass. their server runs just fine. Yeah, honestly, it's still bad. Like, tried and true, I'll be honest with you, I've been playing this for now. The only times I ever had an issue on that server was when the admin decided to join. Honestly, that's it. Games started getting laggy, fucking gone in a little shit, it's like, yeah. Like, I'll tell you right now, if you saw me doing this, he would give me shit, he would give hangers shit, and then he'd spawn in that Halo Reach spaceship and do the same thing, but 10 times. Only he was the bigger of God, understand? So, he didn't do the game program. Fucking elites, bro. We're gonna try to land on this invisible dude. Exactly. Fucking stupid. Like, yeah, I can't spin on that side. It's like, the dude doesn't know how to be an admin. Right? He doesn't just let the players play. He doesn't step into the meeting. He doesn't act like the finger of God when somebody gets stuck in the wall. He gets mad about it. He gets mad when he has to waste his time. And doesn't get mad when he has his time. It's a very unfair service over that guy. So if you ever see him, I even fucking call him out by name. I didn't want to do it. Elite Slayer. If you see Elite Slayer join that server, dude, just fucking quit it. You might as well. Just come back after an hour and he'll be gone. And once again, if you're ever on this server, don't worry about any of the players. They really are fun. Nicely done, Hanger. That was good shooting, bro. And you did that the whole time while I'm talking to you if you're on stream. That was beautiful.
I did all that while fighting the bloody pelican itself.
Oh yeah. Finding the frame rate and the shot, my friend. Yeah, that thing is hard. Yeah, my biggest issue with Pelican is, you know, when you aim down, it's like you're looking through a sniper scope, dude. That is not what you want for that. Master Chief on a dish? Fuck yeah. That's what that thing's called, right? It's a dish gun.
Something like that. I can never remember personally.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Alright, so last time I hopped on this Swordly stabbed me in the back, so we're gonna see whether or not we have any luck here at times. I gotta say, I am fascinated by how they took New Jersey. Like, I will be curious enough to go back in there and kick some ass at that construction site, because there's not much else they can move to now. In fact, I guarantee that supply point ran up there and filled it. That's the only thing that makes sense, yeah.
I think that's what happened last time, the previous server got fucking raided by the supply cache within the fucking village surrounding the construction site. Had about 8 billion stealth elites.
Oh yeah. yeah, that sounds about right. You know, we were taking, I forget the name of it, but it is South Carolina. When we were taking the lumber mill, dude, it was nothing but stealth elites all over the woods, dude. It was honestly terrible. All the insurrectionists, we killed them for like an hour, and then the stealth elites came in. It was awful.
I hear an elite.
As for whether or not it was UNSC Battle Group Athens, it probably was. So the two big servers I was on, if we're talking like, 40 to 70 or 80 players, it was Athens and Daybreak. Daybreak, you have to fucking, first of all, you gotta get the passcode to get on. Athens is a big public server, but you hop on there and they're doing RP and they're doing like convoys and like fucking, I don't even know how to describe it, dude, like and shit like that. There's just roleplay, like oh, nobody kill him when you get an RDM. It's like, dude, this is stupid. This is not what Halo is. Nobody's letting in walk through shot. No, you know what? I am talking about Athens, dude. I'm talking about the 80-player lobby. It sucks. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so fucking stupid, dude. Who wants to play that shit? I want to play Halo. You want to play Halo, right? Don't you want to play with Master Chief right here and just kill aliens, dude? It's like, they got you doing extra out-of-pocket shit for their own amusement. It feels like I'm playing Barbie doll with a bunch of transvestites. Like, there's no actual other way to describe it.
There's no Covenant left in the vicinity we can build.
Hell yeah. I'm debating whether or not we even should build. If we just keep on the offensive and hit New Jersey now, they're done.
Yeah, I was going to build a little radio tower, that's it.
Good idea. Actually, a really good idea. That and maybe Jeep fucking Warthog outpost, something like that. I'll be in the Pelican just smoking my smoke. So yeah, let me pack up a bowl, and I will keep talking to you, since I am enjoying your company, G-Money. Yeah, it's not ideal. I really wanted to like Athens. I really did, because, my first hour on that server, I was like, oh, this is really cool, because it felt really cool. They lied to me very successfully. They made me feel like I was about to play the coolest Halo server ever. And what I got was, I don't even know how to describe it, dude. It was worse than fucking the VR chat, dude. It felt like...
alas, I can't build anything else. This place only has 125 supplies.
Okay, that makes sense. It felt like Gmod, dude, like back in the day, if you know what I mean. Like the dark RP servers, where it's just really weird, dude, really creepy, where you never know what kind of weird fucker you meet, Like, it's like the dark web, but in a video game. And that's the same vibe I got playing that fucking Athens server, dude. And I really wanted to like it, but it's like they almost realized that they have 80 fucking players, and that it can't actually handle the PvE. So this is why the best servers, and I realized this early on, that the best servers had only a handful of people on it. It was like 14, 12, 8, 4, 6. And I started to realize something. In all of the major Halo games, how many players were with you at a time? Even in multiplayer. Only ever up to 8, occasionally 12. And that was even in PvP. Now, if we're talking PvE, at most, it would be 4 people. Alright, so now you see a lobby with 7 people in it. You consider the fact that these are pretty much really good Halo mods, where it feels like you're playing a Halo game. That's more than enough people. 7 is more than enough people to enjoy this mod. In fact, I would say anything over 12 or 14 might actually be pushing it. It's dead serious with you, because, then you got people acting as Marines, you got people acting as ODSC, you got actual Pelican pilots, you got the Hornets flying up and shit. It turns into its own Halo experience. And, this is why I think this server's great, because it meets a really nice middle ground of having 32 people. If there were ever actually 32 people online with this mod pack and playing it right now, it would be really good. And, you know, I can tell you for a fact that there are 32 people with this mod pack. I have met that many on this server. They just have never, ever happened to all hop on the same fucking day. It's a very odd server, this one, dude. You got people hopping on at, like, weekdays on, like, a Monday or a Tuesday, a Thursday, you know, really weird fucking days. And then they never play on the weekend. Like, they'll play in the morning on a Friday. They'll play, like, at the middle of the night on a Saturday. Okay, that's a lie. They don't even play in the middle of the night on a Saturday. They just don't play on the fucking weekend, dude. It's really weird. I hear Hanger running up. He's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. Now let's smoke this bolt. That fucking lighter sucks, dude. I just burnt myself. It's like a torch lighter, if that makes any sense. So like it just kept torching, bro. Fucking shot my finger. Operation Uppercut Game Master. You know, I've been seeing a lot of those uppercut ones. I'm very curious by it. I don't know if you've seen Operation Uppercut Game Master Anize. I wasn't able to see what you fully wrote out, unfortunately, but I'm assuming it was. Anize looks pretty good. In fact, a lot of the Operation Uppercut specific shit looks really good, especially that they're public lobbies that are PvE. What frightens me about them, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's the fact that they are in Game Master. Ultimately, maybe that shouldn't matter, right? Maybe it shouldn't matter. Maybe I shouldn't let this affect my opinion of it, because this is in a Game Master mode, and the other one is in a Game Master mode. But when I hopped on a Game Master lobby, I found I was able to become Game Master when it was just me in the lobby. So unless it's actually restricted to the admin, I wouldn't find myself playing that server a lot. Because when I found myself in the Game Master mode, okay, cool. Forget everything I just said. Alright, perfect. If it's just literally restricted to the admin being Game Master, that is a good server. And that is something that is worth downloading. Because I've been debating with myself whether or not I should download that server. I have seen it. I haven't been... I just didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's too many of these, and I don't want to go deleting mods or something that might suck. So, with that noted, I'm going to give that one a shot. I'll give that a try, because I'm looking for a third server. Something more than 2. Hey, Anger, I got a viewer saying one of the Operation Uppercut Game Master servers is actually just like this, but on a very, very different map.
Interesting.
I was thinking the same thing. He's saying it's a Game Master lobby like any other, but, you know, we got dedicated admins there. And it should be on a different enough map that's, you know, should set apart itself from Everon, hopefully.
Fair enough.
I could be wrong. I wasn't able to read the full thing. It might be Anize, but as long as it's any of the Operation Uppercut Game Master ones, apparently he's saying they got them done up real good. I hope I didn't false advertise for you there. Two currently in there. Okay, cool.
Ah, shall we go take Jersey back?
Let's do it, brother. Let's complete this map once and for all. All hands and
I'm
teams. Beautiful. Alright, thank you, sir. And we're off. Gotta love when somebody already knows what you're gonna say. Just, yeah, perfect. Synchronicity. Alright, what the hell am I looking for? Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro. I'll tell you what, man, I'll give it a looky-loo. I will, I actually will. God forbid I have to delete one of the servers, I will. It's no big deal. These don't really take too long to download, you know. The worst part about it is just keeping your Xbox on, PlayStation on overnight, you know what I mean? And hoping that everything downloads smoothly. Like, for me, I've started treating it like 2007. I've been plugging my HDMI playing, honestly, Oblivion on PC. It's not bad. I've been watching the download process, and it's fun, honestly. It's not that bad. It's nice to pass the time with them. So, I'll tell you what, once it's done tonight, I'll get that down, honestly. Because I've been looking for that third server for a while, and if it is good, if you made it tonight, you got a 30 server. Oh yeah, I do. I just, yeah, the bindings are a little fucked up. I do have earplugs, but they're a little unreliable on the console.
By the White House.
Oh, it's tell you what, my friend, I'll hold that thought until we stop firing. Yeah, I see him right in the front yard. I'm thinking of landing on him.
Yeah, squish the fucker.
Okay, so yeah, what I was saying, my friend, what I'm probably gonna do tonight, I'll probably get this server deleted or something like that, either this or Highmine, and I'll download the fucking Game Master, to be honest with you, because if you're saying it's a good server, I'm totally down with trying it. These do not take long to download overnight, maybe 2-3 hours. I was playing Black Ops 2 yesterday, and in 2 campaign missions, I had pretty much the whole thing downloaded. So what was that, like 80 minutes to 100 minutes? Maybe, you know what I mean? And, you know, for 2 hours, download what is essentially a brand new Halo game, yeah, it's worth it, dude. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking about this server. Alright, I won't quote you yet.
I think the Ultras are dead.
But I will give you the benefit of the doubt, though, my friend, and I might beta test it for you. No promises, though. We'll see. Depends on what I got going on. Oh, my friend, don't sweat it, dude. This is why I got backup servers. Always delete one to check out new ones. Because you never know what you come up on, to be honest. I won't lie to you. I've had these servers saved for 3 weeks now, and they only ever break when Arma gets an update. I'll be honest with you. So whenever Arma gets an update, expect these servers to break. You'll have to delete them and re-download. I'm sure you already know all these things.
I think we should be good to head over to the construction site. I think if anyone left of this little village, they'd be shooting at us.
Yeah, he's right. My issue is I don't have my night vision on, dude. I can't
Drop me off and I'll sit by the command tent.
A-firm. Yeah, I am flying blind. Shots are coming from behind us.
There's Ultra.
Fucking hell. Wow. I am so sorry, dude. I didn't even get to do what you thought. That distracted the shit out of me. Watching him get murdered. What the fuck just happened? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was something else. But yeah, long story short, my friend, I'm not afraid to delete a good server for science. They're not going nowhere. Guys, worst comes to worst, I just download it again. No harm, no foul. Besides, we both learn, right? Yeah, the Pelican is... That's all I can say, dude. The Pelican is really weird. Like, you can use this thing to just... Fuck it, dude. You can hit the Amazon rainforest, cut it down, use the Pelican. It's stupid. You can't kill a guy, your guns don't work, just push him. See, listen to that. Nice and silent now, like an ant. That... Yeah, no, the worst thing about the Pelican, though, and I've only actually just learned this, it can blow up and unload. Like, the building will collapse and pancake and explode, and it'll fucking pop the Pelican. Like, when you saw me land on top of that fucking, that two-story roof back there, and I just popped, that's what happened, dude. The building collapsed and fucking exploded. So weird. But these things are jank, bro. Like, I run supplies, man. I run a lot of supplies with the Pelican. And it's about 1/5 of a chance you're gonna phase inside of the thing and die. All I can say, bro, Sergeant Johnson did not know how to utilize these things. He kept flying away from people, bro. Just crushing them. That's what I was afraid of. Forward thrust. There we go. Oh, shit. Anger, if you can hear me, I got that fucking guy chasing me. Oh, shit. Yeah, another issue with the High Mind server. You hear the music playing right now? They used to have that. I don't know why, but they got rid of it. Why would they get rid of a 2 gigabyte music pack, dude? Like, this is the server, dude. In fact, I'm not sure how many other servers have this music pack in it. That might be why I downloaded this one in the Hive Mind to begin with, because it had UNSC's Buffy's music mover, and it is incredible. listening to the Halo songs as you play. Dude, there's nothing like it. It really cements the whole thing. And they got rid of it in the Hive Mind, and that kills me. And from what I see, all the other servers don't have this either. So if you want your Halo music in your Halo mod, it seems like you can go to Spotify. Oh my god. Not this server though. This is the best server, probably, hands down. Anger, if you can hear me, we got a Pelican down situation, and I believe I'm being chased through the woods by Cloaker. Cloaker? Zealot? Sword Elite? Same thing. Alright, let's see if we can actually fucking see anything. Pull out our DMR. I mean, at least this thing looks like daytime now. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? That's a fucking elite. I see him on the right. Yeah, I see him. Holy shit. Well, choose my target and pray to God. Back up. What the fuck? What the? Holy shit, Hanger, you okay? Oh shit. Yeah, I am. Originally I'm from East Coast, but I recently moved out to the West Coast. Where are you from, my man? Wow, that was crazy. Hanger, that is hands down the craziest entrance I've ever seen. Man, dude, you flew into my line of sight. Like, that was insane. Oh, Seattle, Washington. Cool, dude. Yeah, you're not far from me at all.
No injuries.
I might as well be honest with you, dude. I'm from New Jersey originally, but very recently, in the past 6 months, I moved out to California. All on my lonesome, and I'm loving it, dude. I'm a little north of San Francisco, and I think it's a gorgeous place to be, dude. Very excited to see Oregon and eventually Washington itself. Although I won't lie to you, I want to see the Southwest first. I really want to see the American desert. Especially that Mojave, bro. Come on. But yeah, not San Francisco itself, but like an hour north of it, you know. So I'm like, it still looks pretty California where I'm at, but it also looks pretty Northern Cal. I'm by like Skywalker Ranch and all that shit. So Hanger, be advised. Yep, exactly. Out of the grime is exactly the way I would describe it, my friend. The East Coast was nothing but grime. As much as I love New Jersey, it sucked, dude. Road structure sucked. The people were slightly unbecoming. And yeah, you know what? Honestly, it smelled like shit, dude. You don't realize how bad the pollution is there till you leave that state. And New York City is no better, dude. What a overrated log of corruption. Motherfuckers get parking tickets just for doing their jobs out there. It is, yeah, it's a shithole, dude. It's all just shit, dude. The city infrastructure, the roads, the fucking sewage. I mean, everything. It's all garbage, dude. In fact, the only good thing I can say they have. Yes. Really, very well said. Very well said. San Francisco to me is interesting. Because as grimy as it is, I was expecting something grimier. And coming from the East Coast out here, it's not as grimy as I was expecting. It's actually just as nice as Boston. It is one of the nicer cities I've ever been to. I would actually put San Francisco on par with Philadelphia and Boston in terms of, I guess, well, yeah, Philadelphia especially because of Kensington. You have that one neighborhood. Wow. But yeah, no, it's a lot like Philly. It's a lot like Boston as well. And these are not bad things. It's actually a good thing. The issue with San Francisco, in my eyes, other than Kamala Harris, who was an attorney general or something like that back in the day, or a district attorney, and nothing against the woman herself, my brother lived here in California at the time. He told me exactly what she did. Wasn't that great? You know what she did with the homeless, bro? You know exactly what she did with San Francisco's homeless population. She bussed them to the places north. So funny enough, my town has more homeless than San Francisco. You know why? That's where they all got bused to. So it's like, yeah, it's weird. And yeah, Boston and Philly are super old school, bro, especially in their aesthetic and their history. And this is why I'm saying San Francisco has the same feel, because it's just as rooted in American history, and more than that, it's actually pretty clean. I think all things considered, Sacramento is probably slightly dirtier, and Los Angeles is, well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually been to Southern California yet. I haven't been towards that Mexico-Cali border. I have no fucking idea. All I know is San Diego is probably much nicer than it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't assume it's actually all that. Like, I hear about what goes on over there. It ain't too hot, dude. Like, you guys, the fucking plot of Black Ops 2 is unfolding in our eyes in front of us right now. Like, I don't need to be there. You should be playing, by the way, if you aren't. It's now, tomorrow, June 19th, the ending of the game, so it's the perfect time to play Black Ops 2. Yeah, San Francisco isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad town. It's very pretty. I think there are worse spots in California. Would I want to live in the city itself? I'm much happier where I'm at, like you said. You know, my cousin, well, not my cousin, but my cousin's cousin, I guess that makes him 40, right? He's in Seattle, and something about him working for Facebook as like a cook or something like that, or it's something like that, dude. The only things I know about Seattle, and I feel like it's not enough, because from the pictures I see, it doesn't seem like iCarly. It seems more like Infamous Second Son, bro. Like, it seems like some real shit goes down in Seattle every day. It does look pretty, though. I'll always say that. It's got, like, a very Toronto feel, and obviously it's because of the deal. Now, if you want to know which coast I prefer, to be honest with you, I spent over 2 decades on the East Coast. I've spent less than a year on the West. I much prefer the West. And unless that is not a form of copium or rose tints and glasses, it's just a much nicer coastline, dude. There's no way to describe it. The lands on the East Coast got raped so hard, and it's because of the industrialization and factorization period of the 1800s and early 1900s. That area got fucking decimated, dude. It got raped. So when I come out to California and I see all around me these farmlands, natural reserves, and whatnot, these redwood forests, dude, there's, yeah, exactly. All types of terrain. Washington as well, and think about Oregon too. And it's crazy to me that you guys are so close, and for some reason it doesn't snow where I am. You know what I mean? It's like this coastline is gorgeous, dude. You don't get this anywhere else, I feel like. It just pales in comparison to the East Coast. Appalachia especially, it has nothing. Like, I lived in the Appalachian Mountains for a year in my life.
Yeah, so my mic disconnected.
I mean, it was pretty, but nowhere near the views I have seen out here. Oh, that's okay, Hanger, bro. I'm talking to my stream, man. We're talking about the differences between the East Coast of the United States and the West Coast. Ultimately, the East Coast is dirty as fuck, and the West Coast is beautiful.
Covenant are back.
Sounds about right. May I just say that was a gorgeous attack, by the way. We did real good there. I think I see them. He's got a sword, bro. He's got a fucking sword. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, dude. Yo, look at him. He's running. Great question, G. Yeah, you totally can. I've stolen fuel rods. I've stolen beam rifles. Yeah, you can pick up swords, bro. I was playing this, the one dude, Landry. I believe that was his name, Landry. Fucking guy comes running out, picks up a Covenant Elite sword. It was a hell of a thing. What am I looking at here? Okay, yeah, long story short, you can totally pick up the swords. It's really finicky. If it's on their corpse, like, you can't loot the corpse in the vicinity check, you get what I'm saying? So when you open up the vicinity check, sometimes a weapon will be on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I know, it was fucked up. Yeah, that was a ridiculous spawn, dude. I think he was waiting for Hanger to get down from the tent, and when he never did, he just fucking killed everybody. I mean, funny enough, we technically won. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's really nothing left to do but to go up there, I guess. I mean, at this point, it's over. I might as well rendezvous with fucking Hanger, see what the plan is now. Hey, Hanger, what's the plan now? We kind of won the game, dude.
I really don't know. I mean, we've got it. I know we died to some stragglers, but they're not capping the base anymore.
They're not capping their base. I mean, the only places they're coming from are, like, supply points. I mean, we could theoretically do due diligence and clear out these points and just, you know, hail the UNSC, no survivors, or we go to High Mine.
Well, hop over to the Hive Mind, to be fair.
I'm thinking of it too. We did good, Hanger.
We practically won here. We could, in order to go follow this one again, we've got to wait for the fellas to show up and reset it again.
Damn straight. We gotta wait for the Covenant to come back, more or less. We held our ground. 2 Spartans fighting to the last breath. Nah, not Pakistan. It's Bergamo. It's called Bergamo PvE, but it's completely haloed. Alright, I'm hopping into the High Mine, brother. I'll see you there. Okay, so say goodbye to the cool Halo music. I'm sorry. No more cool Halo music. You're now stuck with the shitty Arma music. But there's not too much left to do in that server now. You see what I mean? So after every week, the server kind of stagnates until they reset it. Okay. This is what I mean. So Daybreak just changed their map now. Now it's Fallujah. Okay. Yeah, this is what you're talking about, right? And is that? Yeah, the Arma music sucks, dude. Like, I like it. It reminds me of Oblivion, but it's so very lonely. It makes, I don't know, it kind of makes me depressed. So yeah, Operation Uppercut, the public server. This is obviously the one you're talking about. I don't know how good it is. I've never actually tried it. I got these two favorited here. Mainly because it says PvE, right? And public server, right? We like that. The thing is, let's look at the mods, right? It's a lot of shit I never downloaded there. You know what I mean? It's all very different. But it all looks really fucking good, to be honest with you. This is where I kind of get questionable. Because it's less. And it isn't really that nice looking. Like, look at that. No building destruction. Gay. Nobody wants that. So, it's like I'm willing to try this server. But that's going to come when push comes to shove. Probably on a day off, or a day I don't have off, and I can just let that fucking shit do it while I'm not at home. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm on it, Blued. I am on it. Ones at the top of the list aren't really the best ones. You get what I'm saying? Because you'll look up shit like Halo, and whatever's at the top of the list is there. You'll look up shit like UNSC, and whatever's at the top of the list is just there. It doesn't mean they happen to be the best, dude. It took me hours, to be honest, to find a good fucking server. Hours. Uh, and that just came from trial and error, just finding a bunch. Because like you, I just went from the top. I realized that most of the good servers are actually on the bottom. It's all the servers without players in it, to be honest with you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're usually the ones with the most players, right? This is where the game is lying to you almost. This is where these servers are lying to you. They want you to think that by joining a huge lobby, you're going to have a better time, right? Because you're thinking to yourself, and it almost makes sense that you should have a better time. 60 people, Halo, it sounds like a great time. But you join it, and again, this is going to go back into what we were talking about before. You join it, and what are they doing? They're doing convoys. Right? They're doing checkpoint. They're doing stupid shit, right? And that's not why you're playing this mod. You're playing this mod pack to play Halo, right? So this is where these 32-player servers are the best interim, because it's just enough to where the game is never going to break on you. It's honestly perfect. It's the perfect way to experience a Halo PvE. Because I'm telling you right now, if you do find a server, and mind you, this isn't Daybreak. Daybreak is PvE. It just, once again, I'll reiterate, is a role-play server. It's a PvE military simulator role-play server. Athens is a PvP military role-play server. This is why Athens sucks. Athens is just Halo fanboys playing Halo toys. It's just Barbie doll, bro. That's all it is. This is a bit more in tune with a firefight, Halo Reach, Halo ODST style game. You know what I mean? Where you get to play as a Marine and whatnot and whatnot. Those big public servers, it's almost like it's false advertisement, dude. They might as well be lying to your face. It's not at all what you're hoping for. And, I wish it was the other way around. I really do. I really do. Because there's a bunch of cool shit in there. But, when I happened to join those servers, you know what I found? I found a bunch of dudes that would huddle away in a corner, talk about how confused they were about what was going down, and then all get smited by the admin. it just, yeah, not a good place to be, dude. Again, Athens is one of the biggest Halo communities. All right, you got to remember this because they got pretty much everybody, dude. And they've been around since like Arma 3 and whatnot and whatnot. The issue is the dudes on Athens, and you can ask them this, they all think the mods suck. It's really amusing, actually. They all think these Halo mods suck. And there's only one reason for that. It's because they're used to the Arma 3 Halo mods, which are really fucking incredible. So, they think, oh, it's so stupid, it's so shitty, there's not enough content, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I'll agree there's not enough content, but it doesn't make these mods shitty. It makes them underutilized, right? So, what do they do with all this underutilized assets and content for PvE firefight? You know what they do instead? They do convoys. Yet, their same servers on Arma 3, you're fighting Covenant PvE, and there's more content, such as Phantoms and Brutes and whatnot. So, it's like, oh, and by the way, the Flood. So, it's like, they're right, but they're wrong. You know what I mean? They're right in the fact that it's not as good, but they're wrong in how they're going about it because they're not actually taking advantage of the mods for what they are. I find that, yes, even though these are not as good as the Arma 3 mods, all things considered, these are wonderfully well-made mods, dude. Like, these are fucking incredible. These are things people would dream about back in the day that they probably would never get any chance to experience. Especially since this would, come on, dude, let's get to reality. It would all be locked on fucking PC, bro. Like, this is the first time in any era where console players get to play with the mods. And it's a really, really good thing. It's a cool thing. It's just, it's so hard to describe, dude. Like, it really is so hard for me to describe because it's like, there's a way for those servers to be good. There really is a way for those servers to be good. They just don't even know how to do it. And you know, I can sit here and talk about Ricky Hitler, right, on the Hive Mind server. But all things considered, I also understand why he acts like Ricky Hitler. You kind of gotta be an asshole to be an admin of this game. You do and you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you do and you don't. Because you don't really want to be. But ultimately, it's so fucking stressful doing all that shit. No matter what, you're going to crack and fold. And that's why that little pussy says, I'm going to privatize the server every time. You know what I mean? So, what it comes down to is enjoy all the small things, enjoy all the big things in these Halo mods, because it's the best it's going to get for this game, and it's the best it's going to get for PlayStation users, for Xbox users, like, until something better comes out, it is the best of the best. It is the creme de la creme. Now, just allow me to smoke, and I'll be ready for you. Booyah. But yeah, legal weed. Let's talk about that. I had to wrap my mind around that. In fact, I still haven't wrapped my mind around that. In fact, it feels so weird, alright? Because you got people out here smoking pot on the beach, drinking open liquor on the beach. Arma 4 next year, yes, and Arma Reforger is just Arma 3.5. And it's being built on all the same shit. They're going to have actual planes. I feel you, bro. Arma 4, I'm excited for. The thing is, let's talk about that mod support. How quickly will that be coming for PlayStation users? So, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? Let's change the whole topic line. Let's talk about the mods. Okay, let's talk about the PlayStation mods in particular. Alright, because you're an Xbox user. Right? I'm assuming I got some Xbox users in here. Even PC users. What is the issue with PlayStation currently? Okay. What is the issue with PlayStation modding? Okay, because, yeah, there's mods on PlayStation. You can play games like Skyrim and Fallout and mod your shit. What's the issue with them, though? Alright? Very simple. They limit what you can actually put out. Oh, cool. Nice. Nice. Oh, well, see, there you go, G-Money. There you go. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking with science. Cooking with gas right there. So, I'm talking on a real general basis. I'm talking all of PlayStation, right? All their games. Arma is, in my knowledge, the first fucking, like, the first ever PlayStation title that allows mods, that changes flags, and introduces guns. You get what I'm saying? There were no gun mods in Fallout or Skyrim. There were no world history mods, if you get what I'm saying. There are no real mods you were allowed to do. Everything had to be checked by Bethesda. They had to be verified. They had to run through a fucking conveyor belt, and then they were allowed to hit the creation workshop process, which is not really modding. No, this is more so monetized Bethesda freelance. Like, that's all it was. So here comes Arma, and for the first time ever, you can actually mod guns into a game. You can mod flags into a game, aka World War II shit and Halo shit and whatnot and whatnot. You can mod in assets, shit like Star Wars, and you can mod in even shit like Nintendo. This is unheard of on the PlayStation. Arma effectively became the first ever Gary's mod for the PlayStation console, and people don't realize this. It is literally the best game to ever come out on the PlayStation consoles, dude, because of the fact that it is Gary's mod. This is probably not the case on an Xbox, right? I assume that you don't have the same limitations that Sony does with what they can allow with the modding and whatnot. Why am I at Point Colorado? We're just gonna exit and fucking respawn. Oh, no, actually. We're gonna run up the hill. Yeah, we know where we are. So, yeah, back to where I was at. I'm sorry. I'm not sure why Sony restricted themselves the way they did, because you can't really do anything on a Sony console. See, that's what I'm saying. So, Xbox, in my honest opinion, has been they are the self-saving, no, that's not the way I want to phrase it. They are the saviors of the industry that self-cannibalize themselves. There we go, that's what I'm looking for, that's the best way to put it. Let's look at when they shot themselves in the foot, okay, and it was the Xbox One. It's a $500 console at 720p with hardly any storage, and you need batteries for your controller, and on top of that, you can't game share, right? And it only has backwards compatibility. Who cares, right? Fast forward a few years, they come out with the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series X, and, all that bullshit. And it's got native 4K resolution for games. It's got, like, features that are, like, like, quality of life, fucking, like, a better form of game sharing, games with gold that don't restrict access when you lose your membership, like, not to mention, like, the crossplay with PC and all the backwards compatibility, like, from every major generation of Xbox. No, Xbox is the best thing on the market when it comes down to consoles. Like, you'd be fooling yourself to say anything otherwise. PS4 was just so good, though. And this is why the market has been swayed for the past years to Sony. It always used to be Xbox, and then it went Sony. But Sony, in my honest eyes, is a dog shit company. I'm never giving them another cent of my fucking money. I really won't be. I'm not buying a PS6. I'm not happy with my PS5. I should have just bought a gaming PC, all things considered. Or even better, I should have just bought an Xbox Series X and had native 4K resolution and a far better form of game sharing and backwards compatibility and more exclusives and whatnot. Like, I can go on all day about how much better Microsoft is, but the ultimate truth of the matter is Sony did it to themselves because they cornered the market and then they lost it. They lost it all in the span of a fucking... Like, I'm trying to figure out what happened, to be honest with you. I don't even know what happened. The PS5 happened, okay? Let's look at that release, dude. Comes out in 2020. Alright, let's think about the PS5. This shit has been out for almost 6 fucking years. Think about that shit. That means the PS6 is right around the corner. That's coming out within a year. Maybe 2 years. Alright? So, you're going to be buying a downgraded ass console. Again. Because the PS5 is just a downgraded PS4 Pro. It's a downgraded PS4 Pro with more exclusive games. That's it. That's all it is. It's the only reason why I bought my PS5. In fact, it's the same reason why I bought an Xbox 360. The exclusive games. You know, it's just like the Halo days. Oh yeah, and this is what I want to talk to you about. All the new vehicles and shit. Like Scout Hogs and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if you ask me, Xbox is doing the best thing possible. They're making everything fully accessible online. They have full-on cross-play and cross-compatibility. Look at Gears of War coming to PlayStation. Look at fucking, like you said, Halo coming to PlayStation. All these console exclusives that they're not afraid to mix in with Sony. At all. They want Sony to just take their shit. Sony is afraid of it. Sony doesn't want it. I will always say, at the end of the day, it's not Microsoft, it's Sony. Sony is, and you know how I know it's Sony's fault? Let's look at all the Japanese gaming companies that just fucking are dog shit. Alright, and we're gonna start off strong. Konami, Nintendo, Capcom, okay? If we're gonna include it, we'll include Sony too. Kojima, like, I mean, dude, like, yeah. Or, I'm sorry, Hideo Kojima, but that's not even a fucking studio. That's just a dev, and, you know, that's a personal preference. But, no, the reality is these companies all have actually failed. Various times. Konami. Alright, let's look at Konami. I'll start off with my strongest one. Those motherfuckers went bankrupt. A couple of times, it feels like. Well, maybe not bankrupt. But you know what I mean. Come on now, they disappeared for fucking 10 years. They don't have shit going on. And only now, after copying Capcom's fucking procedure, after a bunch of shitty Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6s, they figured out how to do it, they made a bunch of remakes, and then Konami capitalized on that. So, it took years for Capcom to figure out what to do, and it took years for Konami to figure out how to copy Capcom. And now it's taken years for Nintendo to rip people off the way Sony is ripping people off. Because Sony's ripping people off pretty fucking good. Think about all the money they're getting. Look at their PlayStation passes, dude. $120 to $180 for what? For fucking what, dude? A Game Pass that you get for a year? A bunch of games I'm never gonna play? And when I lose my subscription, I lose all the games with gold I got for that month forever. It's locked behind the paywall. Like, let me give you an example, alright? I got my Xbox 360 from 2005, okay? I still play games with gold on it. Guess what? I haven't had Microsoft Gold, and it's not even a thing anymore, since like fucking 2012. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not locked out of those titles. I can still play those titles. And they're in my own name, dude. I have the licenses for them. Sony doesn't do that. The moment that subscription's gone, you lose the licenses. That's how predatory they are. It's just, So, I mean, like, when you see the mods, why would the mods be free? You know what I mean? Like, why would the mods be free to do whatever they want to do? Why would they do Halo shit? See, this Bohemia is currently freaking out at the Halo mods. They're afraid of two things, alright? Number one is that they're gonna get monetized. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what I mean by the Pelican. It's just slightly broken. Yep, exactly. And so this is what's going to happen, and mark my words. Bohemia is afraid that Microsoft is going to sue them. They're afraid that Microsoft is going to sue them. And Microsoft has no intentions of suing them. They would have done that back in Arma 2. Right, that was almost like... That was 15 years ago now. There are more Halo mods in Arma 2 than this one. They would have gotten sued a long time ago now. Microsoft has no intentions of doing this. They are just like George Lucas, when it comes down to Star Wars, right? As long as you're a non-profit organization and you're having fun with what they're putting out, do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? They don't actually care. Honestly, do whatever you want. They don't care. They just want you to not make money off of it. So, with that in mind, here comes the issue. Okay, you can't make money off of it, right? You can't do this, you can't do that. That's okay. What happens next? It's very simple. Sony. Yeah, and then they took it down. You know why they took it down? For only one reason. It wasn't Bohemia. And, you know, in this case, I wasn't even sure if it was Sony. That was Disney. Alright, Disney, that just made sense. Disney actually put down some copyright strikes on those mods and brought them down altogether. The reason why these these Halo mods, yeah, it's copyright, exactly, it's copyright. So that's the whole reason why, you know, the Star Wars mods went down, right? So, this is what I'm talking about, the Halo mods. Down to Star Wars, that's Disney, that's a mega billionaire corporation. They could easily strike that down. In fact, you know about the Squad Galactic Contention mod? The one that everybody loves and talks about? That thing looks crazy. You know, the one that was making all the waves on YouTube a couple years ago. That mod is fucking super, and I'm talking to the mic real close, super illegal. It's super illegal, dude. People cannot have that mod. The Squad Star Wars Galactic Contention mod, yeah, it's badass. It's everything you want out of a Star Wars game. But remember, G-Money, it's illegal. You cannot, everything about that mod is just it's the equivalent of pirating a game. You're not supposed to do it. It's illegal. It's copyright infringed. This and that, a bunch of bullshit. So what it comes down to, and it is really unfortunate, what do you do when you get juxtaposed with a bunch of lawsuits, right? You don't do anything at all, alright? You don't do anything at all. This is why Bohemia did the wrong thing. They scrambled to take down the Halo mods. But what happened? All the devs of Operation Uppercut and whatnot, they halted it. They said, wait, no, don't shut down the mods. We like the mods too much. You don't have the same copyright laws as Star Wars. It's Microsoft. You can do whatever you want as long as it's an educational purpose, right? It's a non-profit thing. So that's why they haven't taken down the Halo mods yet. People made good points, smart points, and they halted these mods from being taken down. Star Wars is Star Wars. That's a mega billionaire corporation. Squad is actively committing a felony by having that mod back out, alright? Or the mod developers are. So, that's why that mod got taken down. In fact, the whole game would have been taken off the market. That was the ever contact. So what it comes down to, yes, they do. But what I'm saying, they do. Xbox owns a lot of rights to Halo. The thing is, though, as long as it's non-profit, and this is what I'm trying to say to you, it's not going to matter. It's for educational purposes. And they do not have the same copyright uses. You gotta understand, we're talking about the same studio that allowed 7 animated movies to be made in 2011. They don't give a shit what you do. As long as you either team up with them or it's non-profit, you can do whatever. It's the same as when George Lucas owned Star Wars. Not when Disney owned Star Wars, when George Lucas owned Star Wars. Those are two completely different fucking facets of conversation. They're completely different. George Lucas was fine with... No, it's not. No, it's not. That is what... No. You got it all twisted, money. That's not how it works, alright? The mod is not made for this game for you to buy the game and download the mod, alright? No. I get what you're saying. I understand how a lawyer can twist that in a court of law, but that's not how it's going to hold, alright? I'm going to tell you why, alright? It is made for educational purposes, okay? Now let's look at what educational purposes means. I can view this whole mod extension as What would Halo look like if Microsoft got their shit together and gave his studio back to Bungie, right? This is an educational research, right? I would say this is very educational. I'm learning how to fly a Pelican, I'm learning how to land in frigates, and I'm learning how the UNSC operates when it's just one man on the ground against a Covenant. Alright, these are all educational purposes. Remember that, alright? Because that is a key thing that you can fucking shove in any lure's face and it's over, alright? And I'll say again, you're not considering how lenient Microsoft is with the Halo IP. They are incredibly lenient. You're not considering the fact that red versus blue exists and has existed since 2001. The earliest form of machinima I can fucking think of, alright? And it's from Halo. Yeah, dude, you can learn... Okay, think about it like this. Think about it like this. You can learn... No, dude, you're wrong. It doesn't have to be something that can be applied to real life. Educational is educational. If you are learning something, it's educational. It doesn't matter if you can apply it to real life. If you're learning about Halo, you are learning about something that exists in your real world. Okay, that I can throw that whole point out the window. Like, listen, dude. Listen, dude. You can disagree. All right, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But look at how lenient Microsoft is with Halo and IP. Exactly, okay? Exactly, G-Money. Exactly. Anything can be considered educational. That's why for years mods have been considered educational. Don't you understand that? This is what I'm trying to say to you. The moment these mods become monetized and non-educational, that is when they get striked down, okay? Star Wars, they had nothing. They weren't able to claim this is educational because they stole a billionaire IP and put it on the market, all right? There is nothing they could have done. Microsoft has always been lenient with this IP. They have allowed productions like Red vs. Blue to exist. Okay, and yeah, whatever. I'll talk. They allowed productions like Red vs. Blue to exist, okay? Longer than that. Okay, listen. You guys want to be stupid, be stupid. Honestly, be fucking stupid. Let's get to reality, okay? If Red vs. Blue exists for 20 years, okay, no problems, and it's machinima that was never allowed by Microsoft, that's technically copyright infringement. They never fucking said they were copyright infringing, they supported it. In fact, they supported the Arma Halo mods since 2007. Alright? Let's get to fucking reality, okay? So with Star Wars, you have a completely different facet where George Lucas sold his industry for $3 billion, okay, and then lost all creative control. The same man that produced 150 games in a 10-year period, okay? So, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Disney is very different to Microsoft. They're not even the same corporation. More than that, yeah, whatever. You're wrong. You're wrong in trying to argue with me. Now we're gonna land this Falcon. We're gonna say exactly why you're wrong. Alright, you're gonna listen. Alright, just whenever you come back to the stream, you quitter, you can hear why you're wrong again. Alright? Are you ready, G-Money? I'm gonna fucking beat this shit into your head. You're wrong for one reason alone. Alright? And reiterate this fact. Microsoft is lenient with their IP. They allowed fan-made machinima productions and anime productions to be created. Non-profit to Microsoft. They gain their own profits. Don't you understand that? Okay? Same situation when George Lucas had LucasArts and Lucasfilms and Lucas Games. You understand? And then he sold it to Disney, and Disney cracked down on all of their shit. Okay? It's that simple. So when Squad hasn't fucking taken their mod pack down, they're committing a felony. Okay, you understand that. That is copyright infringement. It's been deemed as so. This is why they removed it from Arma. Bohemia did this retroactively. Duh, come on. Don't be stupid. So, I'm sorry I'm using such harsh language with you, but that's what you're being right now, dude. You're being dumb, alright? You're being dumb in my fucking stream. Smarten up. So, if they're... Come on, dude. Like, really? How many times I gotta fucking explain this to you? Honestly. Honest to God, how many times I gotta explain this, dude? Microsoft is lenient with their IP. Guess what? Disney is not. It's as simple as that, dude. They can get away with more. Alright, so once again, the issue with explaining this shit to people that know nothing about mods in general, uh, is that they don't understand how this shit is formed, okay? Like, let's look at a multiplayer game to begin with. In order to first make a multiplayer game, alright, you have to do two things. You have to first make a single player game, and then you have to make a multiplayer game on top of that. So what does that mean? You have to make two separate things of code, alright? This means, well, exactly what I said. It's a two-form process. You're making two games in one. This is for everybody on Earth. If you're making a multiplayer game, you have to make two, okay? So now let's consider what this does to mod creators, alright? Now a mod creator has to jump through 10 different hoops to make something that they want to do, and they have to make sure not only does it run correctly in single player, it has to run correctly in multiplayer, okay? So now let's see what happens when a corporation comes around and starts taking this out. It gets a little fucked up, okay? So, I'll reiterate, okay? Some corporations are more lenient than others, okay? Corporations such as Nintendo, which very recently took down thousands to hundreds of mods relating to any of their IPs, is extreme. That's very extreme. That was on Gary's mod for almost over a decade, right? And they took down all those mod packs involving anything with Super Mario or Luigi or, you know, any of that bullshit, right? That's a huge hit. That is a huge hit to the Gmod community, right? It's gone now. It's gone forever. And guess what? You know why that happened? Because a big IP started cracking down, and they couldn't handle that, well, in all honesty, that people were making money off of it, right? So this is where it comes down to, again, what is the difference between a mod that is making money and a mod that is created for educational purposes, right? A mod created for educational purposes is non-profit, first and foremost. It will never make money, okay? Remember, some dude just tried to make the opinion, G-Money I believe it was, try to say, well, why can't I buy Arma when somebody's making Halo mods out there, you know, blah, blah, blah. First of all, that modder is not a subsidiary of Bohemia. Get that through your skull. That modder has nothing to do with Bohemia. Everything that modder did, he did on his own. And if he gets a lawsuit, he gets it on his own, not Bohemia. Alright, get that through your skull. That's not how that works, alright? So, with that in mind, okay, if you can't make a fucking mod. If you can't actually make the mod because you're going to get sued for it, you're never going to make it, right? So these things wouldn't happen, right? So this is why I'm saying mods like Squad have balls. You get what I'm saying? Disney has already cease and desisted Arma. Arma has been cease and desisted. You cannot make Star Wars mods on Arma anymore. However, Squad got the same cease and desist, but people are still playing those mods. What do you call that? A copyright infringement. That's illegal. So, again, once again, Halo is not going to get this, okay? And why is that? You have 20 fucking years of red versus blue. Look how lenient they are with their IP. Look at all the machinima. It was all done with fucking Halo, dude. Halo loves their community. They love it. They are so lenient with their IP. You can do whatever you want to it. As long as you're not making money, they don't care. In fact, make some fucking money. Shit, in fact, look at Rooster Teeth, okay? Rooster Teeth made their entire company off of Halo machinima that they made money off of. And you know what? They got sponsorships for it. Microsoft loves the Halo community. They eat this shit up. In fact, you don't think they would have taken these mods down all the way back when in fucking 2008 when Arma 2 was a thing? Nah, they would have. They would have. They chose not to, and they never will. You know why? Because they don't have an issue with it. They don't have any fucking issues with it like Disney does, okay? It's really that simple. You have two completely different companies owned by completely different people with completely different practices. What, you think they're going to completely copy the mouse? Grow up. Grow up. To assume that... No, honestly, that was bugging me. What, you're going to question the term educational purposes? That can be applied to anything. Whittling can be an educational purpose. I could fucking put a whittling mod in this game. It would be educational. And guess what? It would be non-profit too. So I'm not going to get sued by the Whittlers organization. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. All the viewers leave. All the viewers leave when they get called stupid. Because they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. You're a fucking retard if you believe that. Get educated. Get fucking educated. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I'm being mean to you. Get educated. Learn how to make a fucking mod. Learn how to make a game. And then come back to me. Okay? Then come back to me. Come back to me and tell me how it is. Okay? Why don't you study this shit? Okay? Why don't you take a fucking 3-year course on mod making and IP infringement? Okay? And you fucking come back to me. Because I'll tell you what, if you don't like what I'm hearing, you're not going to like the fact that when you fact check it, it's all true. Fuck you. Oh no. He's standing in a corner in a pelican not doing anything. That's right. That is right. I'm smoking weed and arguing with my stream. What are you arguing about? How fucking mods work. Alright, you want to hear my spiel? Go back like 20 minutes. I'll sound like a madman the whole time. And then when you go 20 minutes in the future, I'll be fighting and killing people. Alright, let's check the fucking... Oh, Hanger never actually rejoined. That sucks. Guess it's just me. Alright, let's do this. Dude, this fucking controller kills me. Alright, fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Try to get to the cave. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was fun. Give me that green pelican. Well, honestly, I might want to just bring a mini nuke over there. Actually, how the fuck could I even get a mini nuke up there? Kinda can. But it's a shame too, it's a perfect location. Alright, let's start a new stream. Pissed off enough people in this one.